Oh, we are live.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jerry Jones, joined by Amanda Sachs with the O'Hare Wealth Management Team. This is our weekly update for Thursday, October 10th, 2024. We come to you live every Thursday for about 10 to 15 minutes to discuss things of a financial nature and at times things that are related just to the markets or just general topics that we feel are pertinent to our clients and prospects' daily lives. As always, we encourage you to share this video with those that you feel would benefit by the information that we share here on a weekly basis. If you have questions that you would like to pose for the group, please don't hesitate to send those to service@oharewealthmanagement.com. Once again, that's service@oharewealth.com, and we'll try and get those in. This week, Amanda and I are going to take a little bit of a detour from our normal financial discussions with John and JJ, otherwise disposed this week, and we're going to talk about things that we believe are also pertinent, including some updates on Steward Partners, some upcoming events, and some timely topics prior to year end as we approach the final quarter of the year. Before we dive into that, I want to send out all of our condolences and our best wishes to everyone in Florida right now being exposed to the Hurricane Milton after effects from last night. We hope everyone made it through okay. I know our Raymond James offices are headquartered down in the Tampa area, along with many of our partners and friends and families, so we wish them all nothing but the best. With that, we're going to go ahead and move on. Once again, send your questions to service@oharewealth.com, or you can text as well at 414-644-0060. To lead us off, I'm going to talk to you about Steward Partners. Steward Partners is obviously a very critical partner of ours, and we work closely with them. As you can see, that footprint is expanding rapidly across the country. We are excited at the growth that Steward Partners is exhibiting, and we are glad to be a part of it. As you can note there are 500 partners, 250 advisors, 60 offices, with just over 37 billion in assets under management, and we are in the Barron's listed at number 18 in the Barron's Top 100 RIAs of 2024. Our tagline is Independence with Infrastructure. They are a critical part of our team, and we are glad to be represented with them and by them. And as we continue to grow and expand our relationship with Steward, we'll continue to give you updates on things that are going on. But once again, we want to thank Steward Partners for partnering with us, and we are glad to be a part of that team. Moving on now, we want to get speaking of Steward Partners, they have someone that a lot of you should be familiar with, Brian Levitt from Invesco. People care about elections, markets don't. He's going to be presenting that as noted on the screen, and that is an event that is open to our clients. So if you would like to listen in to that Zoom call, please do so, register and do so quickly because space is limited. And Brian, I know, is going to be talking about topics that everyone cares about, but especially on this call, people care about elections, markets don't. We've talked about that a lot. You know, whether one side wins or the other side wins, we care more about, and with our team here especially, what it's doing for your finances. And Brian does a very good job of honing in on that as well. I think it's a worthwhile call for you to listen into. And just as a note, on December 4th, we're having our holiday party, and Brian will be here in person to discuss things with us at that time. This will be post-election, so I think we'll be talking more about market-related items and finances going forward for 2025, and just enjoying some overall holiday fare. So if you can put a mental note, you'll see more about that coming up in the very near future. In the interim, though, once again, Brian Levitt, Invesco, people care about elections, markets don't, brought to you by Steward Partners. The date is listed on the bottom there of the screen. Please register accordingly. That brings us next to Amanda, who's going to talk about our quarter four reminders. Amanda, take it away.
Yeah. So if you have not heard from me or a member of our team about your required minimum distribution, please give us a call. Let's discuss the most impactful way to take that RMD. What's the smartest strategy we can use, we can implement? There are a couple of ways, but as an overall reminder, if you are required to take an RMD, if you do not take it come December 31st this year, the IRS tax penalty on it is 50%. So if your RMD is $1,000, that tax would be $500. You can extrapolate that out. Qualified charitable distributions. Quarter four, it's notorious as the giving quarter. You know, people tend to make out holiday checks or make their end of the year donations. Please do us a favor. Don't wait till December or even the last couple weeks of December. The back office gets really bogged down, not so much our team, but the back office. And we want to make sure that checks go out in timely, orderly ways, or if we're giving away securities, that we're giving away things with appropriate timelines. So I think one of the last days in, is past. It's usually the second or third week in December comes the cutoff for all charitable donations. After that, it becomes best effort, and it's really fingers crossed. Other items, one not listed here is a Roth conversion. If you're thinking of doing a Roth conversion, the deadline for that is New Year's Eve. We're happy to chat with you about that. We're happy to go into what it is. It's something we like to work with CPAs on. Once we do it, it is irreversible. So it's very important that we talk about it, we get it done, and we have a number that everybody's happy with. 529s. If you have 529 expenses, those need to be distributed by New Year's Eve, 12/31. Again, please don't wait till that deadline. If you have back expenses, let's tackle them. Let's get them distributed. If you've got things that you know are coming up, let's at least get prepped for them. Where do they need to go? Can we handle that? If you're looking to make a 529 contribution, if you are not in the Wisconsin plan, Wisconsin state, then that deadline is also New Year's Eve, 12/31. If you do have a Wisconsin plan and you want it officially reported, it is 12/31. After that, self-reporting is what it's considered. The last item is donor advised funds. Similar to qualified charitable distributions, please don't wait until the very end. Please let us help you. We want to help with charitable donations, whether they're qualified charitable donations or just donor advised funds or just donations in general. Please, please don't wait till the end. As I mentioned before, it comes to best efforts after typically the second or third week of December. So if you're thinking about things, let's have a conversation. What does that look like? How does that affect your plan? What's the smartest ways to give? We want to be effective with it.
Excellent. And just as a tag on to that, with donor advised funds, we've had many clients talk to us about that over the last 12 months, how to set them up, what they're for, how do they work, what happens when I'm gone, who becomes the successor trustee of the donor advised fund. We can help answer a lot of those questions. I believe it's a very good tool for you to use, especially with the case of families who have kids or grandkids that they may want to talk to them about why it's important to give and the tools that we use to give to make donations to 501c3 corps or your favorite charities, church, whatever that might be. So please reach out to us with any questions about those donor advised funds, because we can definitely give you some more context around that. Moving on to our next one. This has been a popular book as we can start our last month with it here in October. Frostbite by Nicola Twilley. It is a fascinating read, folks, and it will definitely crystallize for you how much of what you consume from the store is frozen and for what period of time. I don't think a lot of us have any idea how much of the food that we consume is not just, taken out of the farm field and put on our store shelves. Most of it, the overwhelming majority of it, comes out in a frozen state and is sitting somewhere in a frozen warehouse for a certain period of time. This book is a great read if you want to know and learn more about that. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to look at it.
I haven't, but I've read a couple of chapters here and there. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it will open your eyes when you go into the grocery store. It did for me when I walked into the grocery store and picked up a plastic tin of muffins that were cold on the bottom. And it made me realize these didn't come just out of the bakery. These have been frozen for a period of time. The question is how long. You may or may not want to know that. As long as it tastes good, I don't really care. I can just move past that. That brings us once again to the end. This is a little bit of an abbreviated version, but very, very important. Keep those quarter four reminders in play. Make sure you call us with any questions whatsoever sometime this month or next month, or at the latest, if please, at the first week in December. Once you get past that point, as she said, it becomes best efforts, and we want you to do these things in a timely fashion. We always appreciate your business and appreciate you listening in each week. We are always thrilled to hear from from a lot of you, how many of you watch this on a weekly basis. You don't need to be live, but a lot of you watch it tape delayed, and we appreciate that as well. If you have a question, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll be glad to address it on the next call. On behalf of Amanda and myself and the rest of the O'Hare Wealth Management team, thank you very much. Stay safe, Florida. Have a great Thursday, everyone. We look forward to a great weekend.